We're back for episode 15, Tommy boy.
Halfway to 30. Like you, mate.
15 is your maturity age, so it's something in common. Today, I know we spoke about, we put a wee Q&A up on Instagram. There was a lot of people asking for like gimmicks and stuff like that, which we might visit at some point.
Yep.
Honestly, I don't really want to dedicate a full podcast to gimmicks.
I don't think people like me after I do a podcast on gimmicks, mate.
No, probably. People don't like me anyway, so that's all right. It's more so just, we wanted to pick something today that was a wee bit more relatable to what's coming up. And again, not forgetting why we do this podcast. It's the point of view from so-called fit guy and the former fat guys' views on fitness. And like we said, we always try and revisit that. We don't want to lose that kind of flow of it. So I think today we're going to run over how to feel good for summer. It's obviously fast approaching. In our eyes, in my eyes personally, it's the best time of the year. It's the time where you really come to life. You enjoy yourself more than anything. So it's something I've probably struggled with recently. Not struggled, but recently I've not been as present as I normally am. Just with work's been a bit hectic. Life's running a bit daft.
Aye.
So I was kind of said to myself when folk were asking about the podcast, I was like, do it on that. Because there is no way on earth I ain't going to enjoy my summer this year. No. As you said, I'm the big 3-0.
Aye, exactly, mate.
It's all happening, sir.
Aye, you've got to get it popping off this summer,
So it's, what better time if like kind of realign things, feel good about yourself, and I think we're relating, what we're going to talk about today is ways that we've probably felt bad over the years. And what have we done to feel good? So we'll lean on your side of things. We'll lean on mine. Get a wee flow with it. More importantly, just kind of remind everyone that this is the time where you should be feeling at your best. And it's also, you've got enough time now to go into that and feeling good. So we're going to go through all the wee tips and tricks that we've had over the years to make sure we feel at our best.
Absolutely.
And the sun's in the sky and you've got the sun lotion on.
MC's blaring at a speaker on the bottle of wine. No, I'm kidding on, sorry.
Big joint in your hand. Obviously,
questions today, haven't we?
Question for last time. We need to get that out of the road. What did we ask you?
Your question to me was...
Favourite body parts of body.
So, I've probably looked too much into this, so I'm not going to go into severe depth. Am I just doing like legs, chest, back, arms? Is there any criteria for it?
Just your favourite parts, mate.
Right, okay.
I don't want you splitting the quads into 3 different parts here. I just want you to give me something that you like, mate. Don't fucking take the piss with us, alright? Right, go.
Quads, Haddy, which I think I'm going to get hate for because people will go, but Tom Platz. Well, fuck off. Chest, Jay Cutler.
Right.
Arms, Ronnie Coleman, and back, Dorian Yates. Aye. I just love the shape of Jay Cutler's chest. It just looks like a big comfy pilly. You just rest your teeth in it and get a nice... It looks like memory foam, mate. Do you know what I mean? People are probably like be surprised that I haven't said C-bum there, but...
What about arms?
Say again?
What about biceps and dries?
Well, I said Ronnie for that. I think that's something that people don't talk about enough. I think Ronnie Coleman's arms are ridiculous, mate. And his forearms are a joke. So they're an absolute joke, but...
Just a big monster, man.
Aye. You could go all day, but you could combine them all day. But that is just who I would go with. I've actually been asked this question before, but that's my go-to, so it is.
Good. Would you ask me again?
What did I ask you?
What's one thing I would change, was it?
Yes. It was that, aye.
One thing I would change. Nothing. Maybe. Oh, listen, you could sit and. Has anyone ever been perfect? Absolutely fucking not. Have I made terrible decisions along my fucking short nearly 30 years on earth? Yes. But I would say I'm very, very good at noticing when I do things wrong. very rare I repeat things twice.
Mm-hmm.
I think, if anything, just to... Nah, I wouldn't change anything.
Good. I like that, mate. I like that.
A couple of decisions you probably made that you could have done a wee bit more efficiently. Maybe sometimes your gut's your guardian angel. I believe in that.
Yep.
But I think you're always exactly where you're meant to be. And if I was somebody that kept repeating the same patterns day in, day out, I'd go like, I could change this and change that. But I tend to not do that. So, nah, nothing.
Good.
Not at present. I'll get back to you if I make a big fuck up.
I'm sure you will, mate.
I know. I'm a fucking disaster, a guy. Right, getting into it. Summer's coming.
Yes.
Hot boy summer for big Tommy boy. I think it's important we talk about ways. First of all, let's go back to maybe how you were a few summers ago. And I think you're obviously in the high 20s.
Yeah.
20 stones of your weight. How did you feel going into like this time of year? How would you feel knowing, right, I'm maybe going on holiday, I'm going away with my pals. What did it make you want to do? I know you were fairly you were confident, but did you feel anything?
Aye, absolutely. It was like pending doom, mate. Like, you're going out shopping with your pals when you're going on holiday and getting out of the town, and like, most places, for one, don't have my size, and two, if they do have my size, it's no made for guys. Like, people that are buying big sizes from these kind of brands are to wear it oversized. I was buying triple X's, mate, and it was fucking stuck to me. Do you know what I mean? So it's...
Oversized is a thing for you when skinny jeans were still in.
Mate, oversized been a thing for me for primary school, man. Oversized P7 jumper. Nah, it's a horrible feeling, mate. There's no point in beating about the bush. Very nervous of the unknowing, because like you said, I was confident, whatever else. So if you went on days, like, even if it wasn't as much as holiday, if you were going on a trip with your pal somewhere, say you're going up to Loch Lomond for the day or something, the full day I would be thinking about everybody's got to be in the pool, everybody's got to have their tap off, everybody's this, that, and next thing.
The pool in Loch Lomond?
Ah, well, the loch, the same thing, man, the pond. The pool. But aye, everybody's got to be up there.
Loch Lomond you going to?
And I'm going to be a big balloon, man. I'm going to be a big bouncy ball that everybody's booting about the place, know what I mean? Like, it's just no good, mate. And you tell yourself, it's a laugh, I'm fine and all the rest of it, but it's a horrible feeling. And I think that's probably why when I was younger, I probably kind of favoured winter over that, because winter was my time to be an excellent fat bastard, mate, because I could sit in the house and eat all the crap and it was almost passable. Whereas in the summer, you want to be up, you want to be feeling good, out in the sun, enjoying yourself. I feel like fresh food always hits better in the summer too. Do you know what I mean by that? Yep. Like, you've got that vibe about it, man, and I just didn't have that when I was younger, mate. Out of breath all the time, lethargic, sweating, fucking a horrible, horrible state of affairs, man. It's no good, neither it is. Aye. Definitely something that I think people that were in my position and were like severely overweight, they'll probably know this feeling internally, knowing that summer's fast approaching. They already think they can't change anything. They already think that this... I was never convinced on the lead up to summer that I could do anything to make things better, but I always could. You've convinced yourself that you couldn't. Now is the time to start. Genuinely, now is a good time to start, because by the time it's peak summer's round, you'll have a wee difference about you. You will see differences.
Yep.
You'll not be lean and mean, but you'll definitely be getting there.
I think today, obviously talking about, for both ends, I know guys that are in so-called incredible shape, and they just give off an energy that they're not that confident. They're always maybe looking at other people. They're always looking over at the other guy in the beach club or the other guy, and just it's no there. They've not got that relationship with themselves.
Yep.
And I think that always relates back to, like, what have you done in the lead up to that? it's those wee small wins. So like you said, in that of just starting now, I feel that's if you've got a holiday in 12 weeks, the story you tell yourself for that next 12 weeks and onwards is what's going to dictate how you see yourself on that thing, man. I've seen it before. Like you ever see the guys and they're maybe not in, and bearing in mind, like, being in shape's subjective. I mean, like, your idea of being in shape could be different to somebody else, but
absolutely,
see guys that are maybe not in your typical ripped to death shape, and they've just got a nice energy about them. They're complimenting people. They just let off that way, and I think that comes through how they see themselves every day. Something that we're big on as well, like just enjoying what you're doing. I think today we try and kind of get to the point where you are at as anyone listening to this. And it's the stage you're at just now is exactly where you're meant to be.
Yes.
Whether that's your fault, somebody else, it can't be. It's only you that can deal with it. I've spoke to you as well that this before. Like, you might be in a position where you are severely overweight. The complications that come with that, some people just they can't relate to. I feel like I can now because obviously I've worked with you and I've seen other people, but it's all about those wee wins. And it might not mean like you are shredded to the bone when you go on holiday this year, but see if you can get on that flight and you don't need to ask for the bigger seatbelt. There's a win. That's a confidence boost. Like we had Amy on the other week, self-esteem. See if it means that you do want to take your t-shirt off because you do feel that wee bit more confident. That's a win. It's about looking back and going, where was I 12 weeks ago? Where was I 12 months ago? And going, have I showed up for myself the way I can? And it's those everyday details. I've seen bodybuilders, I've seen guys that are in incredible shape lose that wee bit of energy in them because they know day in, day out they've no turned up for themselves. I've been on holidays and I've maybe not trained. I've not done things. I've not done all the things that I say I am. That's when I feel at my best. But somebody looking at me going, he's an incredible Nick. So it's all about what you're doing leading into things. So I would say, if that's how we kind of get the ball rolling today, like, just get going with it now, because you will feel better than what you already do. That is something. What else? What other choice you got? You've got 9, 10, 12 weeks to your holiday. I can guarantee you're going to be in a worse position if you don't. So do something.
Either spend those weeks dreading it, mate, or spend those weeks getting to work. It is literally as simple as that. Like that is, and obviously circumstances and everything else that comes with it, but inevitably they're your two choices. You spend the next few weeks going on holiday, if you're in my position, well, in the position I was in, dreading it, can't stop thinking about it, and by the time you've got on holiday you don't enjoy it as much, or you spend those weeks implementing a plan, creating better habits, and just getting the ball rolling, starting something new. Do you know what I mean? Finding a bit of love for yourself again. Because like you says, if you show up, you've got to go. It doesn't matter what. It's harsh saying this, but in ways it's true. It doesn't matter what way you look to everybody else. Exactly what you just said. Like, it's no about everybody's view of you. It's subjective. Somebody could say he's not in shape, and then your pal could say no, he is. If you feel good going on holiday, you're going to enjoy your holiday more. And I feel like the culture that we live in, the place that we live in, that's such a huge thing. It's got people work year round to go on holiday. Why would you want to work year round to go on holiday and
feel shit?
That's it. Feel like you can't take your tap off, or feel like you can't eat a burger, or do you know what I mean?
And can I break down all the wee bits that I've learned for working? It's always worse in your own head. And somebody else walks in and they're in great shape and they're giving off that nice vibe that we're talking about. They've done more work than you. Whatever they're giving off, they deserve to do it. So it can go down it's all right kind of route, but maybe it's just that person's putting a mirror up to your face and you've no shown up and they have. I think a couple of points we obviously want to talk on today is, like, when you're away, like, being kind to yourself. Like, I think we'll get into that in a wee bit. I think first of all that we talk about what it was like when you were away and how you face it now. Like what's the... Have you booked anywhere to go on holiday this year?
As of right now, we haven't, but literally last week, mate, I was like, I want to get somewhere booked to go, man. The plan is somewhere maybe August, September time. But regardless to that, mate, the way that I would have approached things then to now obviously is different. I went on a holiday to Greece in 2022, I think, mate. So you're talking, I was a big laddie, mate. Needed a bigger belt, needed the extra leg room. Like, everybody in the plane hated me because I had sleep apnea and slept the whole way home, snoring the place down. Like, mate, I was just a state, like an absolute state. And like you say, you're confident, whatever else. Like, I always had that kind of confidence because I didn't care, which was a bad thing, obviously. And I smoked at the time. Fags, I was smoking cigarettes. And
a wee fag man?
Mate, honestly, it was no good. I used to smoke about 20-25 Mayfair a day, right? And in Greece, they're about a fiver.
I enjoy a cigar when I go on holiday.
I like a cigar too. I do. I like a cigar. It's nice, isn't it?
Need Tony Soprano number.
You can't beat that, man. You look like Christopher Mollisani the day,
but you look like Vito, you fucking banger.
Vito's rough, man. I don't even took Tony. Vito's rough. But I don't
know what happened to Vito, didn't
we? Your track is nice, though, mate. Genuinely.
That was the look I was going for. Christopher Mollisani. His house looked like shit.
But mate, where I stayed, there was a steep hill, like, there's just because I've lost weight doesn't mean the hill's no as steep as what it was then. Like, it was a steep hill, but it was like right outside me and Jay's apartment, mate. And honestly, see, try to get up this hill. No, you're lucky if it was 25 steps to the top of it. Oh, it used to kill me, mate. It used to actually kill me. Like, we stayed in a place called Piscopiano in Greece. It's on Crete, so it's on a hill. And, like, everything is on a hill. So, when I was walking down, it's sound. But when I was walking up, mate, it just, that was the first time that I realised how unfit I really, really was. Like, up until then, because my lifestyle back here never changed, it was fine. Because I would just get a lift everywhere, eat McDonald's, smoke doobies, lie in my bed, no have to bother. But like when you go on holiday, you want to go, you want to try new things, you want to experience things and everything else. And Jay was like, no, we're going here, we're going there. Mate, I was burst all the time. Like, I was just so out of breath. That's the first time that I actually felt like I hate the way I look. When I was on holiday, like when I was there, on the lead up to it, I was still, it's fine, we'll get a laugh and whatever else. And then I was there and I was like, oh, wait now, man.
There's a big hill.
Aye, I don't like that. Taxi! Aye, it's not fun, mate. Obviously, I've been on holiday. I went on a few holidays in March and they were great. And it's actually a good example because it's two very different dynamics. One was like a city break with loads of travelling and loads of cutting about and blah, blah, blah. And it was so fun, mate. And I could never have done that. I've been to Amsterdam before. I was staggering about the place, mate. And it was to the Burger King, to the coffee shop, and to the hotel. I wasn't walking anywhere, mate. I was just a mess. But this time when we went, we done so much cutting about and it was so fun, mate. And I really, really enjoyed it. And then we went to Lanzarote a week or so later. And that was the first, like, sunny holiday I've been on since I was in Greece a few years ago. Amazing, mate. It was so, so good, mate. The difference, I absolutely loved Greece too, but the difference in myself and Lanzarote was just significant. Like, I just felt so comfortable, mate. I didn't have to worry about it. Nobody was looking at me. Like, in Greece, I was at the water park and everybody's like, oh, here's a big man. Like, calm down. Do you know what I mean? Because I fucking barely on my toes, mate. So,
I know you wear a size, and I don't mean this in a kind of demeaning way where people might look, but do you think a lot of that was in your head as well?
Yes and no. Like,
if you ever feel, I mean, that is self-esteem's low, you don't feel confident, you feel that everybody's looking at you, you feel that, oh, I look this certain way. I couldn't tell you a time I've looked at somebody and picked out flaws or anything like that. Like, I think most people, especially on holiday, are too worried about, and they should be, about enjoying themselves.
Yeah.
But when you're feeling a bit shitty, you kind of go down that route of going, oh, I feel terrible. Yeah, everybody's looking at me.
I actually agree with you, mate. I think you're probably going to get more criticism. No criticism. It's more likely to happen, I think, back home than it is on holiday, because on holiday everybody's feeling good and happy and blah, blah, blah. And this is another thing I'd just like to touch on, because I've never really heard them speak about this, but I used to do this a lot, and I know for a fact it's true. I know, like, boys and girls that date and whatever else, you try and mask the fact you're heavy with doing like wee bits and bobs. So like I used to do this all the time, mate. I used to put like my joggies or like my jeans like on my belly to try and like look thinner, and then like the whole breathing in and photos kind of thing, and like the way that you would stand and this, that, the next thing. But I never thought there was anything wrong with that.
Yep.
But and I know, if somebody said to me years ago, "You're insecure," I would have been so defensive. I would have been on the back foot so much, being like, no, this, that, next thing. And there's nothing wrong with that.
No.
Do you know what I mean?
What I mean, and sometimes, like, what's to say, the fear of something happening sometimes, or oftentimes, more powerful than the thing actually happening.
Yep.
So you're too worried about, oh my God, let's take it for your level, or else, like I've said, I've also seen guys who, they're upset because they've got the 4-pack other than the 6-pack or the 8-pack. So you're worried, you go, oh, he's looking at me, he knows that I didn't diet that extra 8 weeks or whatever it is. But again, it's just relating back to that. You can get guys who have trained for a decade. You can get guys that have never trained again in their life.
Yep.
It's a self-esteem issue, and I think we done that last week with Amy, and it's relating back what we're going to try to talk about today. It's the story you tell yourself. It's the story you then let out. It's the energy you let out. I'm quite big on that, and it's something. Even if I was looking who I'm attracted to now versus maybe years ago, is like I'm quite big on like how does other females treat other females? You know, you get the women and they're very might look the part, but they're fucking slaughtering every other girl. Yep. Especially when they're a night out, or they're putting other people down. In the same breath, you might get guys doing that, but that's a big telltale sign for me how somebody is as a person.
Absolutely, mate.
Like, and that is the be all and end. I don't care how you look. It's the energy you give off. I've got that saying, like the energy you give off is sometimes, well, it will be the story that people tell about you. Yep. I've never told you that saying because I made it up this morning. I don't know how it sounds. But
it sounds good, mate.
Maybe I made it up. I was just thinking it in the motor up, and I think that's actually it's a good analogy. I'll trademark it. But it's true. See that if you're giving off a certain energy, whether you're slightly overweight, whether you're shredded to the bone, that is what people will pick up on, who are secure, who are happy people. They'll go, look at him. I'm fucking no interest in him. He's a fucking blagger. She's a horrible girl. You know what I mean? Like that. And they might look the part. They might have all the attributes going with them, but inside there's fucking just a wee bit fucking cruel. Yep. And that relates back to how you treat yourself, and then that portrays out to how you treat people. We see that in people that are incredible shape, so-called. I think, when there is that going on, all you need to do is worry about yourself. Like, get yourself in a good spot. Get to the point where you can look at somebody and go, like I said, it's so attractive when you see other girls going, you look amazing. Yep. Let me get a wee photo of you. Let me do that. Like, that is people that have worked hard on themselves, because they're then willing to give that energy out to people. I've said energy about 400 times in about 32 minutes, but it's a big thing, and I want you to really try and pick up on that when we're talking about it, because you're going to go on holiday and you're going to see it, and you're on it every day, and we speak all the time about the comparison on social media and what it can do to you long term, and oh my God, I'm going to go on holiday and such is there at that time. Like, that's all irrelevant.
Aye.
Like, just if you can just get yourself in a wee flow of feeling better about yourself, you'll realise it was all in your head.
Aye.
I mean, and it's, if you can fix the bit that you can change.
Yes.
And that's working hard.
Yep.
That's feeling good. And that's doing the thing that you don't really want to do.
Aye.
But when you get in that holiday, you get further down the line, or you've trained for 2.5 years, it all makes sense. Like, play the long game. And that might, if you're playing the long game, that might, if you've got a holiday in 12 weeks, that might not be enough. But like you said, if that's the difference for you getting the bigger seatbelt, what a way to start your holiday.
Aye.
If that's the difference to, as I said, maybe pulling the top off.
Aye.
And sitting and no having to turn your body a certain way.
Aye.
Or no having to suck in.
Aye.
You're going to have a better holiday. You remember them.
100%, mate. 110%. You're so right. It's always we've said this before, it's always the work that you know you should do that you're avoiding doing that will make the biggest changes in your life.
Yep.
It's always going to be that, because you're avoiding it for a reason. And 9 times out of 10, the reason is because you're telling yourself, if I fail, or if I'm wrong, or if this and that's going to happen. When all it's hypothetical, and none of it's really true, mate. Do you know what I mean?
So let's we're brought to light maybe problems that are there. What would you do if you are a person now and you're like, do you know what, my training's been a bit shit, my self-esteem's a wee bit down, I'm not feeling confident in myself, and I know this holiday or summer's coming up. What are you telling them to do?
Evaluate your situation and come to the realisation with how bad a situation you're really in. If it's somebody in my position, the long game, mate, one of the first long-term goals I ever had when I started working with you was to be in shape for this summer. So last February, or whenever it was, when I started working with you, I said to myself, I want to be in shape for summer 2025.
Yep.
That was a goal with a good amount of time. It was a very reasonable goal, and it required a load of work. We've gave it the amount of time, we've gave it a load of work, and we're now closing in on it being realistic. If somebody's in my position, or was in the position I was in, just start doing something. Start by going a walk out of the park with your pals at night. Start with going playing football twice a week. Find something that you enjoy and make a bit of progress towards it. And it'll be hard and it'll be challenging, and there'll probably be nights throughout the week where you want to go and just eat and just order a McDonald's and whatever else. But the difference between 4, 5, 6 McDonald's over the amount of weeks, or 4, 5, 6 pints on your holiday with your tap half chilling by the pool, I can tell you right now what one's going to feel better and what one you're going to remember more and what's going to benefit your life. Do you know what I mean? I always think for people that are heavier, man, like, and I can't speak for everybody because it may not be true, but it definitely was for me, the hardest part was starting. Once I get started in something, mate, that's me. If I find my flow with something, that's it. I'm at it. It's hard to actually get me to stop.
Right, so you've got that good mentality where you don't want to stop. What happens if somebody has a blip and they stop for a week? They stop for a month?
It's not the end of the world. You don't need to worry. Find out why. Assess why. What was it that made you stop? Was the eating too hard? Did you not enjoy the training? Was the cardio too much? Could you just not be fucked?
You're always constantly, I should be, and I do, evaluate things.
Yeah.
I've had a couple of clients come back with me in the last couple of weeks, and do you know what? Fair play to them. They've said, Tony, I thought I was in a position to do it myself. I was just get lazy, and I went, sometimes experience is the best teacher in the world. You weren't quite done. You still needed certain skill sets, but some of the best results I've had are for guys leaving and then coming back, because it allows them to go, fuck ever feeling like this again. I've had a taster of feeling good.
Aye.
And I ain't going back
Yep.
to feeling like that again. So whether it takes them a couple of weeks, a month, 3 months, they know that what they were before versus where they got to is astronomically better. And that's not being naive there. Like you always want to, just let anything else. We always will want to seek comfort again.
Of course.
You always want to go back. There's always that wee demon in our head to go back to what you know.
Yep.
But that's when you need a wee bit of aggression. That's when there's a big breakthrough point, like we always say. Before something great comes something bad.
Yep.
There is also that other bit where sometimes you end up back where you shouldn't be.
Yep.
But you puff your chest up. You
That's
go,
it.
nah, it's not happening. I always say that to you as well. I describe it as aggression.
Mhm.
But get up and go to war. You know what I mean? Have that wee kind of, no me. Because we'll talk as men or whatever, like, who the fuck else is going to do it for you? Like, put it as plain as that.
Yep.
Who's coming to help you?
Aye.
You might get a wee bit of assistance for a good coach at that, but who is going to do the work? Because you're in your late 20s now.
Yep.
You're at a point, nobody's gave you fucking shit,
No.
and it ain't happening now. So if you feel shit about yourself, you feel a bit down, you have a duty to yourself. And like I said, whether that is if you're obese or you are mentally in a terrible place, but you still maybe look the part, you have to turn around and face that. Like we spoke about this with Amy last week as well, like turning around and facing your demons is the most important thing you will ever do in your life.
You can't you can't go forward if you don't do that, mate.
No.
You can't. Like in any aspect, business, life, relationships, if you don't turn around and face that, mate, nothing progresses and it'll always linger. And the longer it lingers, the worse it will get.
100%.
I've learned that. I've learned that the hard way, mate. Like with so many things, mate, and fitness and obviously like my life being one. I was talking to my pals the other day. I was talking to my newer pals the other day, and he sent me a photo and I'm sitting in Alhambra, right? And mate, honestly, I look like a fish, mate. My face is, I look like a big tuna, mate. My face is actual massive in it. And he was talking about and whatever else. And he was like, mate, see in hindsight, you've added years onto your life with what you've done. No, nobody looking to get in shape for summer's got to think of that. Because why would you? That's no, you're going on holiday to do stuff that's probably got to take 10 years off your life, right? But how, like...
Me and you when you go to Ibiza.
How class is that, mate? How good is that? Because that's actually true. Like, and he's the same mate that told me 3 weeks before it, mate, you were a walking heart attack. And I'm like, actually was. You don't realise how bad it is. And you just ignore it. And you ignore it and you put it in the back burner and you just think, that's it, man, leave it, blah, blah, blah. And you don't face your demons, and then one day it all comes to a close. And you have the choice to go right and go into the right thing or go left and just go down a path that you don't want to go down. And this counts for everything. I believe inevitably at some point, if you keep just falsifying the fact that you need to go and do what you need to do, you're going to come to a standstill and you need to make a choice.
Yep.
And that is so easily avoidable. I really, really mean that. It's so easily avoidable by just turning around and facing it when you need to.
I think a huge part of like coming into someone as well is like, if you do feel a wee bit shit about yourself, or you've sometimes got to suit yourself as well.
Yep.
And be a wee bit transparent with that. I think if you're going to a beach club and you feel, do you know what, I'm not feeling at my best now, I'm just going to keep my top on. Like, but next year, like you said, top's coming off. Or I'm going to be good for the next year, and that's what I'm going to work towards. We know that summer's maybe, or a holiday's 10 weeks down the way, but if you're not at the point where you want to be, you'll guarantee yourself you certainly won't be there. Like if you're going to shorten that window, but if you can just start those forward motions, you will be in a better spot. I think when we spoke as well, like when the weather gets better, you're making better choices, but right now you've just got to make good choices now, and you've got to keep those choices coming all year. If you can think of, if I can make good decisions for the next, we'll go for the rest of my life, we'll go with that one, but it will stem to something, and that's when your confidence will get better. So when you are on holiday, people will start going, oh, he looks after himself.
Aye.
He looks good.
Aye.
More importantly, you'll believe that you look good. It's also a kind of big part. I think all the self-esteem gets better for doing the things that you morally believe will make you a better person. But I think a big one as well, and it's something that you need to keep going over, because we're so bad for it. I'm probably bad for it myself just now, just with work being a bit hectic, is being on your mobile. Phones, it's easy when you go away, and or even just prior to getting away. Oh, look at them.
Aye.
Living at large. Look at, I need to go and I need to feel shit.
Yep.
Knowing that him or her is in the same place and they look $1 million. And we both know that is a load of fucking nonsense.
It's that comparison again, mate.
Yeah, so it's like, see if you need to. You don't need to look at that.
Yep.
But more importantly, see when you're there, you don't need to look at that.
No.
Like,
no.
The best nights out I've ever had are just phones away.
Aye.
Having a laugh.
Yep.
It's so hard to be present in the moment of where you should feel at your best, when you're like this, looking at your phone, oh, I need to edit that photo, need to do this,
Aye,
need to do
mate,
that.
so right. Aye,
like,
100%.
We know them, we've seen the people before, like, they kind of falsifying having a good time.
Yep.
Instead of having a good time.
Aye.
And if that's your gig and you want to go down that route of looking like you're having a good time over having a good time,
yep,
fine. If that's what puts money in your pocket,
batter in.
You do your thing. But let's, as people listening to this, let's not be naive. And that's something I always try and keep reminding people, that is a thing. People will rather look like they're having a good time than having a good time. So it's important. That's one thing.
Oh man,
it's crazy, but that's the world we live in. And in the same breath, people, you can't just attack those people as well, because there's a market for that we give them.
Yep.
So unless you want to, like, people lean on that and people believe the lies. Maybe I can call them lies. Maybe that's just how they want to, and they are super happy. In my experience, I've never met somebody that is totally present and happy with what they do. But it's your job to then go, I don't want to be that. So why am I going to compare myself to it? So therefore, I'm going to go away with my mates, or I'm going to go away with my missus, and I'm going to have a ball. That's irrelevant.
Aye.
I think as well, and this might sound a wee bit as if you're attacking folk and that, but people do anything for attention. Like, just like, if you understand how people work, and when they're really insecure, they'll do anything for likes, attention, gratification, love. And it's you've got this job to highlight that if you don't want it to affect you. I've seen it, like, the way some people act now is just fucking mental, just to get likes, get them to feel good.
We spoke about it, mate. It's that dopamine. It's that hit, mate.
Yeah, and years ago it was just having a laugh, and now it's like people will stoop to any level.
Yes.
Just to get, you could go into it. We'll maybe do another podcast on in the future.
Aye.
The main point I want to make with that is, like, remind yourself that that's a thing. Because when everybody's out perceiving to have a good time, set that tripod up over there and I'll do X, Y, and Z, and then we'll capture it and we'll put it on Instagram. It's hard enough to be present in life. That is fucking impossible. No. I don't care what anybody says.
I fully agree, mate.
So
that's crazy.
See if you want to come back for your holiday and you want to say, what a time I had. Forget all that. Forget all looking about it. Just go and actually have it.
Absolutely.
Because like we said, like, it's always worse in your head.
Yep.
If you're sitting enjoying yourself, nobody's going to come up to you and go like that. What you playing it?
Aye.
What you doing enjoying yourself?
Aye, like, you're right, aye.
So
how dare you? Go on your phone.
I mean, start acting like a fucking idiot.
Aye.
So
right.
There's that whole thing where, and again, it just stems back for our own insecurities or the own work that we're not doing.
Yep.
But again, just don't be naive, like, because a lot of folk are just fucking full of mince.
Oh, mate, it's stupid.
That's not for you to, I'm not saying slaughter them or do this or do that, but it shouldn't come at your expense. You should be able to work hard, do your training, go away, switch off, no pick up your phone and go. They look as if they're having a better time, because you need to remember that's their job, or that's their provocative, to try and look as if they're having a better time than you. So you invest in it more, so you get more likes, so you do what you need to do. For me, nah, I have the best when I go away with my pals or I'm away with any, like, I have the best time ever. So again, like I was saying at the start, like, there is no way in earth I ain't going away. I know exactly what I need to do. I'm aware of myself now. If I feel like work's been too heavy, or I know what I need to do to get back to where I'm at. But that always happens. Like, there will be times where you do feel like it's about just sitting down, reevaluating yourself. What am I doing wrong? What can I do better? Start applying that. Before you know it, you're sitting on holiday. You get the feet up. You're relaxing because you've done the bit that you said you were going to do. So right now, see if you're not doing the bit that you said you were going to do time and time again, water it down. Start with something fresh. Make it achievable. I don't want to guarantee it, but I bet you feel better when you go on holiday.
Aye.
I bet you feel better over summer when you just know, do you know what? See, what are we on? April? I was doing fuck all. See, from there till I went away, I was doing something. Aye. What that something looks like is up to you. But it's going to make that turning up day in, day out and no quitting. Gives you that energy we kind of spoke about today.
Overall, that's all you can ask for. That is literally all you can ask for, mate. Is just to go on holiday and enjoy yourself and be able to have a complete switch off to anything external to that. Just go there and enjoy it and be present, mate. Like you said, feet up, beer, cigarette, if that's your gig, no matter what it is, man, book and relax, man. No have to worry. One of the very simple things in life, mate, that are just bliss.
Mate, life's fucking mental.
Aye.
It's brutal.
Aye.
Especially for guys. We're running about daft all the time, trying to get to places. We're all trying to set a good standard. Like, sometimes you've just got to get away and enjoy yourself.
100%.
But like I said, that's very hard to do when you're not doing the work when it's needed done.
Aye,
whether that's fitness, business, whatever it be, you've got to earn the right to go away and switch off.
Definitely.
Too much of one thing, it's going to be bad for you. Too much of another, whether that's pleasure, whatever it is, of being away, it's going to be bad for you. You have to get that nice wee, you need to balance your plates.
And it's hard to figure that out, man. I can't even sit here and say I've figured that out fully, but I'll tell you something, I figured it out a whole lot more than what I had a year, 2 years ago. A whole lot more.
That came because of positive steps.
That's it.
Like
absolutely.
Said, watered it down, wherever you are, you started training 2-3 times a week, you started doing your steps, started working on yourself. Before you know it, you were just all a positivity that just kept rolling.
Yep.
Start getting pats in the back. Folk were telling you're doing well. Before you know it, you're here.
Aye.
So, I mean, you're doing things that, it was those wee small decisions back then that make all the decisions now, and when you say something, just that wee bit more reliable.
Yep.
If I'd have stayed to you back then, we'll be doing a podcast, we'll be doing this, we'll be doing that. I probably wouldn't even believe that.
Aye.
I mean, but it's, you're now, because you've done all those wee tiny things, you can do that. So the same breath, if you start doing those wee tiny things, somebody listen to this, you can be on holiday enjoying yourself.
100%.
And see, when you do, something I'm big on as well, don't forget how you once felt. Because there was a time where I was insecure. A time where you were insecure. Be that energy and give something else out. Like I spoke about before, that attractiveness in a woman when she's over helping another woman, when she's saying they look good. Be that person as well. Because by all means, I've seen the big daft looking muscly guys on holiday. Nobody wants to sit with them.
Nah.
Nothing about them.
Nah.
Do you know what I mean? Because they don't give off that. They're too self-centered about themselves.
Yep.
Whether it comes to a place of insecurity and like that, that's for them to work out. In the same breath, if they're obese and you want to project that energy, that's for you to work out.
Yep.
But if you do get there, if you are start wanting, don't forget where you come from.
Aye.
I think that's something I'm big on as well. That, you know what I'm like when I'm fucking mental sometimes. Like I let loose, probably too much.
Oh, mate. You're like cannonball, man.
Mate, I went out Easter Sunday. This is why I'm done with the drink, man. Because
my arse.
No, I'm done for the drink to my stag do in 3 weeks. No, my stag do. One of the boys drinking all day. So many folk came up to me. I've seen the podcast. It's funny, but they were also saying it's amazing what you've been doing. So it was nice to obviously see, but where was I going with that? Like, apart from being a fucking disaster. Do you know what? I don't even know where I was going with that. I'm off a drink. That's it.
Aye, that's crazy, man. It's
But when I'm there and the folk, that's what it's like. But be nice to folk as well.
Yeah.
'Cause I know what it is to go. I know what it is to work hard and go, and you want to switch off. Like, it costs nothing.
100%.
And maybe that's a good way to start as well. See if you
Yes.
don't feel at your best right now, don't forget to tell the people that are in your the position you want to be in, tell me look good.
Yep.
Because one thing I've always done, see if somebody looks great,
Aye.
you're looking brilliant.
Aye.
Good
Aye.
on you. Business, if they're financially doing well for themselves, if they're physically looking great, be a good energy.
Yep.
Like, it's the most attractive thing in the world.
Aye, it is, mate.
'Cause
Quite literally is.
nobody wants a door-faced fucking
Nah.
bitch. Nobody wants a big stuck-up looking guy going off.
Aye.
You're offering nothing.
Aye.
So I mean, so you can have the best of both worlds. It's nice to be nice. That's always a nice saying I use. And it's always whenever people that don't feel good about themselves that tend to want to drag other people down to their level.
Aye. I've been about people like that, mate. It's just it just sucks, mate. And it's easy to get blindsided by it when you're you're feeling down, you feel like that.
Aye. Listen, mate, we're all human. We've all done it. I'm not going to I'm some angel. But me personally, I always feel best when I'm helping people or telling people or trying to, I mean, knowing you're leaving somebody, you left a nice mark on them, as in, like, oh, do you know what? You fucking say that, like, coming for him or keep coming for... These things are always important. So it's a good way to be, I think, coming into summer as well. That you might not be here this summer. If you tell yourself you're going to be there next summer, give a wee pat in the back to all the ones that have maybe made this decision a couple of years ago. That you'll look back in a couple of years and you'll go, do you know what? Thank God I'd done that. Maybe it's this, you listening to this just now, it's just about you going, I'm going to be in that position in a couple of years.
Aye.
But that starts now. Sometimes, I went all Mystic Miranda day, but sometimes you've got to become before you attract. Like sometimes you've got to act a certain way if you want to be a certain way.
Aye. That is it, 100%. The whole, a bit different to this, but along the same lines, kind of fake it till you make it, be about people who you want to be, all that kind of malarkey. It's all true, mate. It's all true.
It's not faking it till you make it. It's just having confidence that you can be it.
Aye, fake it till you make it. Sounds like it's actually stupid, mate. Don't fake it till you make it. Don't want to be like you and go home and phone Spice of Cashmere every night. Do you know what I mean? That is ridiculous. I don't mean it like that, but like, work towards it. Have people that inspire you. Implement all the wee plans that you need to put in place to get there. Start off small. Mate. That's one of the best things that you can do. I still do it. I still, with new things that I'm trying and X, Y, and Z, I still need to start off small because sometimes I get in over my head and get overwhelmed. And I'm like, and start panicking about fearing this, that, next time. Then you just need to take yourself back and remind yourself, listen, chill out. Take it easy.
Good.
Steps to be made to get it right.
Right, so let's say, any wee tips for anyone coming into summer? If you might be in your position, I'll do the same.
So, I would, if you don't have a coach, do a wee self-check-in. Stand the scales. See what weight you're at. See what you look like.
Or just get a coach, Tony Man Fitness.
You could do that. That's a good option. But evaluate your situation. You don't even need to evaluate it in that way. If you're a size 40 in jeans and you want to be down to a 38 for the middle of summer or 36 or whatever it may be, take it for that stance. Take it for any stance that you want. Set a goal, an achievable small goal over the course of the next 46 weeks. And just make sure week by week you're chipping your wee bit at that to gradually get there. Because when you get there, you'll feel better for it. And by the time you're there, I can guarantee you've already picked up another habit that's got to improve some other aspect of your life. Because by doing these good habits, you're only going to pick up better ones. So that would be mine. That, and be mindful of the drink. Genuinely, that would be another one for me, because that was that was probably an issue why I was so heavy, because it gets to this time of year and it's so easy to just fly up to the pub and sit out in the beer garden with a few swallies, and next thing you know, man, you've done 2,000 calories in tenants, man. You're like, oh, what to do? I'm not a calorie deficit, man. So they would be mine, mate. They would be mine. What would yours be?
Be somebody from my background or something like
Aye.
Don't be so serious.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's not attractive.
Yep.
I know we've maybe touched on that before. Like, your character's far more important than the fucking pecs you've got or the muscles that are off your bicep. And if you want to, summer, winter, however it is, like, who you are is far more important overall. If you're going to become, that's not what you're saying everyone has to act a certain way or whatever it is, but if you're a wee bit authentic to who you are, that's probably very, very important. In relation to kind of going on holiday.
Yep.
Like I said, sometimes you get there and there's guys and they're just so serious. Like, I've told you this before, I switch off.
Yep.
Like, I go crazy. If I give some advice to young boys, if not, then when?
Yeah.
So, I mean, when's it going to be? When you going to go, right, I'm going to put that phone down. I'm going to stop acting like a fucking clown on whatever it is. I'm going to stop playing the shit and I'm just going to be with my mates. I'm going to have a laugh or with your partner, whatever it is. Like, that is where the magic is. That's what I always say. Like, I know some of you it's your business and it's part of who you want to become. And I mean, I'm the same. Like, there's an element of serious to what we do because we care about it. But in the same breath, you want to relate to other people. If you want to look back and actually think, did I enjoy my life? They're in the moments you do it. I mean, that's it. No one's asking you to jump out on a Thursday night and jump into, I don't even know where people go on a Thursday night for pound drinks, but but if you're going out, like, don't miss out on the good. I mean, that's always something to remember. But anyway, we got our letters for next week.
Yes, do indeed.
Tommy boy.
Right, so I'm going to tell you something, Tony. For the first week,
you've not got an envelope.
I don't have an envelope.
I'll be the last week, mate.
Say it again.
I'll be the last week.
Aye, but just off the back of the day, don't be too serious. Don't worry about it too much. I've still got your question. Here you go, mate.
What is 5 gyms you would like to visit and why?
I don't think I've ever heard you really talk much about this, so I would like to know.
5 gyms?
5. I've got about 40.
I don't think I've been in 5 gyms in my life. No, I'm only kidding. Great question, Tommy. Can't wait to answer that, mate. You're a fucking sausage.
Well done, man. You've got £1 million to give it out between 4 people. Who are you giving it to and why? There's got to be a fucking domestic between me and all my mates. Well, that's new, Tony, man.
Right, well, as long as I'm involved in the domestic, I'm not giving a fuck.
Right, okay.
What we'll do is as well, we'll add in how much.
Right, okay. Right.
See how you are with that.
Have I got more than £1 million or have I only got one? Like, did I win more than £1 million?
No, you've only got £1 million. And
I have to give you all the million.
You have to give it all away.
And I have to have hee-haw.
You have to have hee-haw. So who you pick might dictate
what I get back.
Fucking hell, man.
Everybody else has got to be laughing their head off, man. I'm going to be
just toasting beans for a month. To Rachel.
Say it again.
Just give 900 grand to Rachel.
That man, you spend it. No, see, I've been it. I'm humped, man. Right, okay. That's a good gin. I quite like that.
There we go. Get thinking about that.
Aye, definitely.
I like a G-Wagon.
Do you?
No,
is that your favourite car? Half me?
Aye. Just give you there's £1 million there.
I'll buy you a toy one. Buy a wee electric one, man. You can kick it out, man. Aye. So that was fun. I'm happy we've covered that. I think people will take a lot for this. So I do.
Just, you know what it's like. Talk every week about it. Phones, everything else, and it keeps creeping up.
Yeah.
I get it. You get it. We all get it. You just need to keep reminding yourself.
Yep.
Phones aren't going anywhere.
No.
Instagram's not going anywhere. So you got to just sometimes just, again, don't be too soft with it. Be quite aggressive. Go, nah, no fucking doing that. I'm going away. I'm going to enjoy myself.
Aye.
I'm going to get that wee bit more at my holiday. That's a load of shit on that.
Yep.
Because I've heard X, Y, and Z say about it, and I actually believe it now. And it isn't everything that it perceives to be.
Yep.
So it's just about, as I said, again, today was just a blather.
Aye.
Realigning what you need. By all means, see if you're stuck waiting for summer. Tommy's there, I'm there. Yep. Give us a message.
100%.
Like,
definitely.
And I do mean that with every part of me. See if you are really struggling. I help people every day for nothing. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's part of what we do. It's what
absolutely.
We love it. You're the same. Like, don't be scared to ask and go, right, I'm in this position. What would you do?
But aye.
Because that's all the podcast is about. Like, just try to get past each wee fucking roadblock that we keep hitting.
Aye.
And we're still there as well. So coming up, we've got a guest next in a couple of weeks. Should we tell them who?
I don't know, man.
Nah, fuck it, we'll not tell them then.
No, I don't think we should, man. But I think we should let them know that we have been looking forward to this.
Nah, this guy's a rock star.
Oh, man, this guy is cool. And I cannot wait to have him on. Near I can. So that'll be fun. But quickly, I will tell you what's amazing on holiday. A morning rise and shine, mate. Seen you wake up, mate, and just crack open the balcony, mate. You've got a shaker, mate, with a wee 500ml of water, with a wee scoop of rise and shine in it. You're just sitting bollockle naked, looking out of the far apartment. Everybody's looking at you as if to say, what the hell is he standing with his wee man out for? And you're just necking a rise and shine. Excellent.
It's the simple things in life,
It's the simple things in life. It definitely is.
Tell you what, I'm away to Portugal for a stag do in a couple of weeks. It's going to be rise and shine. And there's got to be me standing bollock naked in the balcony.
Excellent.
Or be my track record, maybe in the reception. Maybe that's what I was missing.
Maybe. Definitely, actually.
That's what the cleaner was doing. She was looking at me going like that. Where the fuck's his rise and shine? But Neil, we've sorted that now. Big thank you to our sponsor.
Absolutely, man.
We'll get stocked up. We'll get the suntan lotion on.
Definitely.
I like a wee shandy when I'm away. Full send.
100%.
Fanta lemon and a shandy. Had that?
No, haven't.
Fanta lemon and a shandy. Fanta lemon and a beer.
Is it nice?
Top draw, man.
Mate, honestly, see just a cold Hennessy with a Coke Zero. Forget all about it, man. The buzz bust.
Buzz in the roof.
Aye, buzz in the roof, definitely. Well, shall we close it up here, and the next time you'll see us we'll have a hella rock star.
Absolutely, sir. Right.
Well, MD that's gone on holiday before the next podcast. Enjoy yourself and have fun. Use code TNT10 at Pit Stop if you want to get some dosh off your rise and shine.
You definitely, mate. See when you wake up in the morning with a wee hangover on holiday, rise and shine, gone.
Oh no, it actually is. I know we're having a laugh now. It genuinely is. It is life changing, mate. Quite literally.
If you're going to beef it, it'll be rise and shine and a lime.
Oh man,
I'm only kidding. We do not condone drugs. We are fitness fanatics, boys and girls. Go to Ibiza, get your lotion on, have a good time.
Get up.